Have you ever watched a child pull at their parent's sleeve, waiting for a glance, a smile, a word, but receiving only silence? For that child, the world becomes painfully quiet. Not because there is no sound, but because their voice, their feelings, their very existence go unnoticed. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you've lived it. And what most people don't realize is that these moments of being ignored don't just pass. They leave behind invisible scars, scars that shape the way we think, feel, and connect for the rest of our lives. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of the ignored child and why being unseen in childhood can echo well into adulthood. Being ignored doesn't always mean abuse. Often, it's subtle. It's the parent who's always too busy, the caregiver who dismisses feelings with, "Don't be silly," or the family environment where a child learns it's better to stay quiet than to speak. Psychologists call this emotional neglect. Unlike physical neglect, which is easier to see, emotional neglect hides in silence. It's not what parents do, it's what they don't do: notice, validate, or respond. Imagine a little boy coming home excited with his drawing, saying, "Look what I made," and his father, scrolling through his phone, mutters, "Not now." That small dismissal, if repeated again and again, teaches the boy a painful lesson. My joy doesn't matter, maybe I don't matter. This is how the invisible wound begins. Children are wired for connection. Their brains literally grow through interaction, eye contact, touch, words of affirmation. When those needs are met, the child learns, "I am loved, I am safe, I belong." But when they are ignored, the brain processes it as rejection. Neuroscience shows that emotional rejection activates the same pain centers as physical injury. So, for a child, being ignored doesn't feel like nothing happened. It feels like a wound. Over time, this silence forms core beliefs. I'm not important. My feelings don't matter. If I want love, I have to earn it. And those beliefs don't stay in childhood. They grow up with us. The ignored child doesn't disappear. They live inside the adult. You might see it in the people pleaser, who works endlessly for approval, the perfectionist, who believes being flawless might finally earn love, the quiet adult, who never asks for help because deep down, they learned no one listens anyway, or the clingy partner, terrified that if they aren't perfect, they'll be abandoned. Ignored children often struggle with trust, self-worth, and intimacy. Some become hyper-independent, never relying on anyone. Others become overly dependent, craving reassurance. And sadly, many repeat the cycle, raising children who feel the same invisibility they once felt. But here's the truth: none of this is your fault. You didn't choose neglect, it chose you. And that wound isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of what you didn't receive. The good news is, the story doesn't end with neglect. Healing is possible. Psychologists often talk about reparenting yourself, learning to give the love and attention you never received. This can look like practicing self-compassion when you make mistakes, allowing yourself to feel emotions you once buried, surrounding yourself with people who see and value you, seeking therapy where someone listens without judgment, maybe for the very first time. Another powerful step is learning to name your needs. As a child, your needs were ignored. As an adult, naming them is a form of reclaiming your voice. Most importantly, understand this: being ignored didn't mean you were unworthy of love. It only meant the people around you didn't know how to give it. That was their limitation, not your value. If you grew up feeling invisible, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not invisible. You are not broken. Your story matters. In fact, Just by being here, listening, seeking answers, you're already breaking the cycle. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Were you ever the child who felt unseen? Or maybe you've noticed these wounds in your adult life. Share your story in the comments. Not only will it help you, but it might help someone else feel less alone. And if you found this video meaningful, consider subscribing. Together, we'll explore more hidden truths of psychology so that no child and no adult has to feel unseen again.